I think we should actually make it a law or something to be doing DNA. But I mean, you know me, my stance is always, why do men always shout too much when men do the same thing? They do now. It's just they do it in their own manly way, while we do it in our own womanly ways. I'm trying not to read the comment section right now because I know that some people are going to be blasting me.
But come after you. They will come after you.
I know.
Hey. Let me bring it.
Is it YE, the celebrity?
Hello, please.
Hey, Henry the Great, how far?
Right. Yeah. Can I just make?
Hi, Henry.
Good. Can I just make a point, daddyfreeze? Yeah. Me, the reason why I did my own DNA is not about the paternity per se. It was about like disease, because they were trying to like track some abnormal disease that could be a problem. In case
sorry, I'm curious. What abnormal disease, please?
Like the Down syndrome, Noonan syndrome. There's what they call SOX. Then they call them breaker. So sometimes they can use it to find if it doesn't match properly. Then
so like the chromosomes.
Yeah. So they will ask you to stop giving birth.
And so you did a DNA test because you believed that if the child had a disability of some sort, it probably wasn't yours.
Yes. No. Well, the thing is that one, my insurance cover it. So I said, let me do it because they take. I mean, I pay for it now. When they take my listing pay, they take it out from there. So I said, let me do it. Even my wife also did hers too. So when they run everything, so everything was okay. So I said, okay. But the next one I want to do is this, to know like what they call it, to know about the ancestral something. Then I will do that one because my insurance covered them too, So that's
okay. So it's not because you felt, well, this child probably has Down syndrome, so it's not my child.
No. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't that. But it's good. Daddyfreeze is good. It's not even about this infidelity of a thing, but like these diseases, these congenital malformation diseases. We have to do it. It's good to do it because a lot of people in Nigeria. Okay, just for example, there's something that happened. Daddyfreeze. Somebody that died, the son died. Do you know that a lot of children here, they have that heart disease that they don't know because we don't have a way to find it over there because the government or our people have not been researching into it. You see some children, they'll be growing. There's a stage they will reach. Something will happen. They will just cry. People will start asking because they never corrected those things on time. That's why most of them, they cry. People will say they just die, but you don't know that they cry because this thing is something that they should have corrected when they were little. So that's the essence of doing all those DNA tests too. Yes.
This one,
yes, because
makes sense.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Cheesy, official Cheesy. I don't see your stars. God bless you. Antonia Ezeyi. Thank you so much. Said I disagree and agree with you. I'm pretty love. Thank you so much. So far, gift Cheesy. That's my highest gift. Highest star buyer. Big shout out to you. Love you loads, sis. You are amazing. Amaze balls.
So
all right.
Now, there's something they are saying. There's something that they are saying on that there. The genetic testing and DNA testing. I mean, they are just the same thing. I mean, there's nothing. Because it's the same. It's the same that RNA or DNA. This thing. They look at those molecules. I mean, it's the same thing. There's nothing like different.
It's not the same thing, sir. No, it's not the same thing. Because what you're talking about now is tests that they do when the baby is still in the stomach to find out if there are any abnormalities, genetic abnormalities, as opposed to doing a DNA test when the baby's out, or maybe even in, I don't know. I mean, we would need a medical professional to tell us.
No, I mean, is this because I asked them now? I mean, because I was asking them what's the difference between this and this. They said there's no because it's still the something that runs into this. Is it not something that runs through the blood?
Yeah, but they're different tests. Don't worry about that. They're different. It's not the same. Like they're not checking to see mother and father's blood or DNA to see if anything matches. They're just checking to see if, you know, maybe chromosomes are aligned or something. I don't know. Again, that is beyond my own knowledge because I'm not in that field. But yeah.
Okay. I mean, but from the people I see, I mean, they are specialists now. So I mean, sometimes I don't, because I'm not into the field. So when they say something, I don't really argue with them. Just that I have to ask some questions, you know. But I mean, okay, continue.
So I was just going to say, what do you think about this whole DNA thing as far as the woman, what she did, like having a child? You know, because everybody already knows my argument, and it's always that men do these things daily, like wata. So why is it that once a woman does it, one woman out of many, everybody will just start shouting?
Well, the thing is that the DNA is good now, because if you go to Nigeria, you will find out that a lot of people have children which it doesn't belong to them, you know, because unlike here, when you start arguing with your this thing, the first thing they do, they ask you guys should do a DNA test. Even they will even ask you guys, you know, do you want DNA test? You know, as soon as your baby is born, they will ask you, do you want DNA test to confirm? Sometimes, if you're sure of that there's no anybody in between now, you will say no. Then they will force you. But if there's any problem, because as soon as you do the DNA test, then they will have the information. In case anything wants to happen, they can recall back to that DNA test. Even like if there's any lawsuit, they can also use that lawsuit. Because I have a friend whom somebody wanted to claim the baby, but do you know that he went and do DNA test? As I'm talking to you, they have given that the custody back to the guy, you know, because his girlfriend wanted to use that, you know, push the child to another man because he wanted to do paper for the man. So the guy wanted to claim that, you know, so when the guy had it, the guy has to go and do DNA test. So everything, you know, so they're giving back the baby back to him. So that's the essence of doing DNA test, because so nobody can come and start, you know, lying or say this one. But in Nigeria now, since they don't have that money to do it now, you see some people, they'll be lying here and there. So you don't know who is who. By the time the person grow up now, you'll find out that some of them, they don't even know who their father is.
Daddyfreeze, are you, I mean, because you said it, are you okay with you know, DNA tests being done for every single child being born, or just maybe the first child or something? Because usually it's first kids that have this problem.
DNA. If you trust the woman, I don't mean mumu trust too. If you trust the woman, no need. But trust is not automatic. Trust is not earned. Trust is not automatic. Trust is earned.
And to an extent, why don't men, I think men need to be better educated when it comes to biology as well. Ordinary secondary school level biology can help you know to an extent if you're really the father of a child. Have an idea. Some men think when they sleep with a woman, you know, they want to wait. If the woman comes back in 2 weeks' time and says she's pregnant, then they say, well, that's not my baby. But technically, that could be your baby because it takes about 2 weeks. So, and you know, when they've slept with the woman 2 weeks ago, she comes, she says, I'm pregnant. The pregnancy result says she's 4 weeks pregnant. They start doubting because they don't know the biology of things to know that that's still your baby, even if it says 4 weeks pregnancy, you know? So I think even that level of education, it's to me, it's too simple for men not to even know that. And most men don't.
Our men
Yeah.
spend
Okay,
very
okay.
much time.
Daddy freeze. Let me say something. Daddy freeze.
Go ahead.
When I was coming to US, I mean, I have a friend. That my friend, the father applied for him. Then my own dad applied for me. So the younger brother. So when we after doing the DNA test, after the interview now, then the DNA test come back. The brother succeeded. Do you know that the younger brother didn't succeed? They said the man did he wasn't responsible for the. So the guy started, beefing with the father. Say, why will you make his younger brother? Why American embassy are telling you, look at this paper, this your brother is not it doesn't belong to your dad, so they can't give him visa. You see, and that angle they use because they know that our people lie a lot. So that's why before you apply for immigrant visa, they want to run through DNA test to know whether you are the child belongs to you or not. But I know they have so many reasons, maybe for child trafficking and all. So they will ask you to go and do DNA test, and which I did it before I came to this country. They run DNA test.
How would you have felt if your child wasn't yours? What would you have done?
That is why I'm trying to tell you that my friend, he was very, very devastated due to what happened to his younger brother. His younger brother couldn't make it because the younger brother is not I mean the mom knew what he did, so the father thinking that this child is mine. So when the DNA result came back, the result was positive. You see, so they denied the guy the visa. He couldn't make it. As I'm talking to you, he's still in Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah, so even the father was so annoyed because somebody who is up, I mean, he trained here up to like 21 years. Now they said that the DNA, the child is not yours. So what will you think? Upon all the money you spend. So you see, like, so that's why for you to come, if you are coming from Nigeria, the American embassy, they always want to subject you to that, going through that DNA test.
All right, we have somebody else.
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
How are you doing, my darling? What's your name? Tell me your own share of the story.
Tolu Haniki. So, do you know what's funny, Daddy Freeze, is this DNA issue is not recent. Even like I remember a story my mom told me of something that happened in her village, back in the day about a woman that came home, that left her husband for some time. She's from a different tribe. So she left the family home for some time and went to her people and came back and she was pregnant. And everybody thought it was weird that the timing, the neighbors thought it was weird that she came back with a child that wasn't, and as the child was born, the child said looking different, looking different from the rest of the man's children. The man accepted the child, but it's like almost like an open secret. Like everybody knows this child is not from this family, but he's, bearing the man's name and everything. So it's just that it's not today. It's always been.
Did
Can you
ever do
imagine
a
how
DNA
many,
test?
how many of our grandfathers and grandmothers actually have children that weren't, that didn't belong to the man or the man.
Yeah. Did they ever do a DNA test? The
No,
example
it's like,
you just gave.
just open secret. No, not that
But
I know of. It's possible. I
But
don't
you
know.
do know that sometimes kids don't necessarily look alike. So isn't that like a
It's not
very
just the
serious
look alike.
assumption?
There's also the backstory of how it came to be. It's not just
Mm-hmm.
one. Oh, this child doesn't look like this person, so obviously, it's a lot of series of events that, led to that conclusion, people drawing that conclusion that this child, I think this child, this child, it's like it's at the back of everybody's mind that this child is actually not this man's. But
I know what you mean, Sha.
So
Yeah, but
it happens.
okay, I want to ask a question. What of some time, like I know family over here. I mean, they are totally very, very dark, but they have albinos, like 2. They say it's not even in their it's not even in their,
Henry, I think I have one problem with you. It seems like when a child has any genetic abnormality, you see that as, oh, that's not the father's child. Because what you just mentioned, when a child is an albino, I don't know, that's just a genetic abnormality. So it has nothing to do with DNA. It doesn't mean it's not the man's child. It could be the man's child.
Sometimes it could be from a dominant gene from from grandfathers,
No, I'm just trying to achieve that point, because because this family, I was just wondering, why is it? But if you look the other 2, they are just black, but the other 2 is completely different.
Did you guys hear of the story of this Nigerian couple that had a white baby in the UK? I think it was in the UK. 2 black people that had a white baby, blue eye, blonde eye.
I think I heard about that one.
Sorry, blonde hair, blue eyed baby. And you know what? I don't know if they did a DNA test, because what I heard was that the man said he wasn't doing a DNA test. And in my opinion, I was like, if they were not doing a DNA test and the child is blonde, and blue-eyed, in my opinion, I'm like, that child is either switched, or was either switched, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe the woman played away. Because why is it? My own question for that was that at that time was, why is it that it was when they were in the UK, when they were in a different country? Why didn't it happen when they were in Nigeria? They're living in a country where it's predominantly white, and then having a white baby. They didn't have that white baby in Nigeria. All the other children that they had when they were in Nigeria are black.
Were black. Was the baby mixed race?
The baby was white, like pure white. Not mixed.
So maybe it's the hospital that made a mistake and gave the woman another person.
It's all over the internet. It's a big story. That story is still has a lot to uncover underneath.
Maybe the environment can play a role. What do you think?
Yeah. To white child?
Yeah, environment can play a role. Yeah.
Right. All right, guys. This is as far as we can go tonight. I know you're enjoying. Iviere, thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you. God bless you. Big shout out to every single person who bought me stars. Vincent J Lowo, thank you so much. If you want to buy stars, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, and then you can buy me stars. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all. For those watching on TikTok, on YouTube, and Facebook and Instagram, God bless you. Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.